Have you ever wondered why some seniors thrive while others seem to struggle with the same challenges? Meet Sarah and Robert, both 75, living next door to each other in suburban Boston. Sarah maintains an active, vibrant life despite her walking difficulties, while Robert rarely leaves his house anymore. What's the secret to Sarah's vitality? She found alternatives when walking became challenging. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, you may have noticed that walking isn't as easy as it used to be. But the good news is, there are more ways to stay healthy and independent than just walking. In today's video, I'm going to share 8 science-backed alternatives that can help you maintain your strength, energy, and joy, no matter your current abilities. Why should you watch until the end? These practical, adaptable strategies can make a huge difference in how you feel, helping you live a more fulfilling and active life, just like Sarah. Whether it's improving your sleep, taking movement breaks, or finding gentle exercises that suit your lifestyle, these tips will empower you to age gracefully and confidently. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. 1. Sleep optimization. Sleep is the cornerstone of everything we do, yet as we age, it often becomes one of our most significant challenges. Just ask Margaret Wilson from Arizona, who spent 2 long years tossing and turning through countless sleepless nights. Like many seniors, she would find herself awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, perplexed by the distance between her and peaceful sleep. She often wondered why something as natural as sleep had become so elusive. The truth is that our sleep patterns naturally change as we get older. Those blissful, uninterrupted 8-hour stretches of deep rest may seem like a distant memory, and it can feel disheartening. However, here's what most doctors won't tell you. Age alone isn't the primary cause of poor sleep. It's our response to the natural changes in our sleep cycle that makes all the difference. Think of sleep as the foundation of a house. If that foundation is unstable, everything else built on it will be shaky. When Margaret first came to me, she was trying to live her daily life on a foundation of poor sleep, which left her feeling drained, frustrated, and overwhelmed. But then, Margaret discovered something truly remarkable: the power of establishing a consistent sleep ritual. It wasn't a quick fix or a magic solution, but rather a simple, yet powerful approach to realigning her habits with her body's natural rhythms. Margaret began by adjusting her bedroom environment. She set her room temperature to a cool 68 degrees Fahrenheit, a temperature scientifically proven to be optimal for sleep. She also dimmed the lights an hour before bed to signal to her body that it was time to wind down. But the real game changer came when she created what she now calls her sunset routine. Every evening, Margaret dedicated time to a gentle stretching session, followed by a soothing cup of chamomile tea while listening to calming soft jazz music. This ritual helped her unwind from the stresses of the day, transitioning her mind and body into a state of relaxation, signaling that sleep was near. Within just a few weeks, Margaret began to notice some extraordinary changes. Not only was she falling asleep faster, but she was also waking up feeling genuinely refreshed and restored. Her morning arthritis stiffness decreased significantly, and she found that her energy lasted throughout the entire day. She shared with me, "It's like I found a piece of my younger self, but with the wisdom to appreciate it more fully." The secret to Margaret's success lay in working with her body's natural rhythms, rather than fighting against the inevitable changes that come with age. Instead of viewing these shifts in sleep patterns as obstacles, she embraced them. By adjusting her mindset and adopting new habits, she was able to create a sleep environment that supported her body's needs. For anyone looking to improve their sleep, the key is consistency. Start by setting a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock and can make a significant difference in the quality of your sleep. Create a sleep sanctuary in your bedroom. Remove any electronic devices that emit blue light or disrupt your rest, and fill the room with calming elements such as soft lighting and comfortable bedding that promote relaxation. Natural sleep aids can also play a role in helping you achieve restful sleep. Supplements like magnesium, or incorporating gentle breathing exercises before bed, can be powerful tools to help relax your body and mind. However, it's always important to consult with your doctor before adding anything new to your routine. For those nights when sleep is particularly elusive, don't lie awake in frustration. Instead, get up and move to another room. Engage in a relaxing activity. Perhaps read a book or practice some light stretching until you feel sleepy again. This simple technique helps break the anxiety-driven cycle that often occurs when we worry about not sleeping, especially for seniors who may feel pressure to rest. Ultimately, sleep isn't a luxury. It's an essential part of your body's process of healing, restoring, and preparing for another day of living life to its fullest. As Margaret's experience shows, when you prioritize sleep and create a routine that works with your natural rhythms, everything else falls into place. Your mind stays sharper, your body feels stronger, and your golden years truly begin to shine. Remember, it's never too late to reclaim the gift of restful sleep. The key is to start small, be patient with yourself, and build new habits over time. After all, every great day begins with a good night's rest. And with consistent effort and the right approach, peaceful, rejuvenating sleep is within your reach. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 2. Movement breaks. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to fall into the habit of staying seated throughout the day? It can happen without us even realizing it. Take Tom Jenkins, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Minnesota, for example. For years, his favorite armchair had gradually become a symbol of both comfort and confinement. I didn't realize how much time I was spending sitting until my daughter pointed out that I barely moved between breakfast and dinner, he says, reflecting on his routine. Recent studies from the National Institute on Aging reveal a startling statistic. Seniors who sit for more than 8 hours a day face a 40% higher risk of developing serious health complications compared to those who engage in regular physical activity. This can include a higher risk for conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and joint issues. But here's the encouraging news. You don't need long, strenuous workout sessions to counter these effects. A simple but highly effective strategy is the key. Tom discovered this firsthand. He calls it the 2-minute revolution. Every hour, he sets a gentle alarm, prompting him to stand up for just 2 minutes. Sometimes, he marches in place while watching his favorite TV shows. Other times, he walks to the kitchen to grab a glass of water. It felt silly at first, Tom admits with a chuckle. But now, those little movement breaks have become the highlight of my day. And he's not alone. These brief, periodic movement breaks do much more than just get your blood circulating. They help maintain muscle strength, improve balance, and promote joint flexibility. But the best part? You don't need to go to a gym or spend hours working out to reap these benefits. Everyday activities can easily be turned into opportunities for movement. For instance, while you're on the phone, you can stand up and pace around your home. When you're watching your favorite TV show, use the commercial breaks as an excuse to stretch or move around. Even simple tasks, like watering your plants or organizing a drawer, become chances to move and keep your body engaged. The idea is to make movement part of your everyday routine, no matter how small. For those who may have concerns about stability or mobility, chair exercises can be just as beneficial. You can try seated leg lifts while sipping your morning coffee, ankle rotations while reading the newspaper, or arm circles while chatting with friends. These are gentle, low-impact exercises that still offer great benefits for your body. The key to making this work is consistency, not intensity. What motivates me, says Tom, is knowing that these small movements help me stay independent. I can still play with my grandkids, tend to my garden, and take care of my daily tasks without relying on others. This independence, along with improved strength, balance, and flexibility, has made a significant difference in Tom's quality of life. Remember, movement is like medicine. You don't need to take it all at once, but instead, regular, small doses can work wonders for your health and well-being. Start with 1 or 2 movement breaks each day, then gradually increase as you feel more comfortable. Your body will respond with more energy, better balance, and an overall greater sense of vitality. After all, staying active isn't about running marathons or hitting the gym for hours. It's about maintaining the freedom to enjoy life on your terms and in your own time. 3. Smart sun exposure. When Betty Thompson relocated to Seattle after spending over 40 years basking in the sunny warmth of Florida, she noticed a shift in her well-being beyond just the weather. "I felt more fatigued, my joints seemed stiffer, and my mood just wasn't the same, she recalls. What Betty didn't realize at the time was that her body was missing something crucial: its daily dose of sunshine, nature's health elixir. This may sound surprising, but a staggering 80% of seniors are found to be deficient in vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin. Many of us have been warned to stay out of the sun to prevent skin damage, yet a balanced and mindful amount of sunlight exposure can work wonders for our health, particularly as we grow older. Sunlight is like free medicine for the body, but like any medication, it's important to get the dosage right. The optimal exposure for the body is between 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight, ideally between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. During this period, the sun's rays are less intense, allowing the skin to produce vitamin D while minimizing potential harm from the harsher afternoon rays. For Betty, this meant enjoying her morning coffee on her covered porch, even if the skies were overcast and the sun wasn't visible. But what happens on those rainy Seattle days when the clouds won't part? Thankfully, there are indoor alternatives to reap the benefits of sunlight even when the weather doesn't cooperate. One effective solution is to position your favorite chair near a bright window, ensuring that you're exposed to as much natural light as possible. You can also invest in a light therapy lamp, which is especially beneficial during the darker winter months when sunlight is scarce. If sunlight exposure isn't feasible or reliable, taking a vitamin D supplement, after consulting your healthcare provider, can also help bridge the gap. Some senior communities have begun installing dedicated indoor sunrooms, offering residents a safe and controlled space to absorb light and enjoy its benefits year-round. The positive effects of smart sun exposure extend far beyond vitamin D production. For instance, morning sunlight helps to regulate your circadian rhythm, which is critical for maintaining a healthy sleep cycle. It also boosts serotonin levels, which can improve mood and reduce feelings of anxiety or depression. Additionally, sunlight plays a significant role in promoting strong, healthy bones by facilitating calcium absorption. For Betty, incorporating a regular morning sun routine had unexpected perks. Not only did she notice improvements in her energy levels, but she also found herself meeting other early rising neighbors, fostering a sense of community. She even began cultivating a small container garden on her porch, which added a sense of purpose and fulfillment to her days. Remember, you don't need to spend hours in the sun to reap its benefits. Even on cloudy or rainy days, natural light can still work its magic and provide the health boost you need. As Betty discovered, sometimes the simplest changes, like stepping outside for just a few minutes each morning, can make a profound difference in how you feel, both physically and mentally. Embracing small adjustments to your routine can lead to significant improvements in overall well-being, all thanks to the healing power of sunlight. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 4. Basic leg exercises. For 68-year-old Frank Miller, a former postal worker from Ohio, something as simple as getting up from his favorite chair had unexpectedly become a daily struggle. "I never thought I'd have to think twice about standing up," Frank reflects. This realization struck him when he found himself struggling with something that had once been effortless. It became clear that his leg strength wasn't what it used to be. Like many seniors, Frank discovered that maintaining leg strength wasn't just essential for mobility, it was crucial for preserving his independence. The good news is that you don't need to invest in a gym membership or fancy workout equipment to strengthen your legs. A sturdy chair, like the one Frank had in his living room, can become your most valuable exercise partner. After consulting with his doctor, Frank took his first steps toward regaining strength with 5 simple leg exercises that soon became an integral part of his daily routine. These exercises not only helped him improve his mobility but also transformed the way he felt in his day-to-day life. To get started, Frank began with the sit-to-stand exercise, one of the most basic yet effective movements for strengthening the legs. The exercise is simple. Sit in a sturdy chair, and then stand up slowly, using your hands for support if necessary. Once you've stood up, carefully sit back down. Frank started with just 5 repetitions, but over time, he increased the number to 15. "It's like practicing for real life," he says with a smile. This exercise targets the muscles in your legs and hips, which are essential for tasks like getting in and out of cars, rising from chairs, and maintaining overall stability. Next, Frank incorporated seated leg lifts into his routine. While seated in his chair, he straightened one leg and lifted it until it was parallel to the floor. He would hold it there for a few seconds before lowering it back down. After completing this with one leg, he would switch to the other leg and repeat the movement. This exercise primarily strengthens the quadriceps, the large muscles at the front of the thighs, which play a vital role in balance, stability, and activities like climbing stairs. Frank made sure to keep his back straight during each lift and grip the sides of the chair for added support and stability. To further enhance his leg strength, Frank added ankle exercises to his routine. Seated heel and toe raises are simple yet effective for improving ankle flexibility. To do these, Frank pointed his toes toward the ceiling, then lowered them to point toward the floor. This motion helped to prevent trips and falls by strengthening his ankle muscles and improving their range of motion. It's a small movement, but it has a big impact on balance and coordination. As Frank's strength began to improve, he introduced another movement, gentle marching in place while seated. This involved alternating lifting his knees up and down in a slow, controlled manner. It may sound simple, but this exercise works the hip flexors and strengthens the legs further, supporting balance and mobility as he walks or moves around. Frank also loved doing seated leg circles, which he found to be both relaxing and beneficial. While seated, he drew small circles with his feet, one at a time, which helped improve circulation and joint mobility, keeping his legs flexible and agile. Frank emphasizes the importance of safety while doing these exercises. He always makes sure to use a sturdy chair, one with no wheels, so that it remains steady and supports him through the movements. He takes his time with each exercise, performing the movements slowly and with control. If he ever feels any discomfort or pain, he stops immediately. He started with just 5 to 10 repetitions for each exercise and gradually increased the number as his strength and confidence grew. The key, Frank insists, is consistency. I do these exercises while watching the morning news, he shares. Now, I can not only get up easily, but I can also play with my grandkids in the park, something I couldn't do a few months ago. His dedication to these simple exercises has paid off, not just in physical strength but in the quality of life he enjoys each day. Frank's story serves as a reminder that every small movement counts. By taking the time to incorporate leg exercises into your daily routine, you're not only strengthening your muscles but also preserving your ability to live independently and with ease. Whether it's getting up from your chair, playing with loved ones, or simply feeling more confident and capable, these exercises help improve your mobility, flexibility, and overall well-being. Consistency is the key, and with time and effort, you can experience the benefits too. Every step, no matter how small, leads to a stronger, more independent you. 5. Mind-body practices for 73-year-old Linda Chen. Finding peace and strength. For 73-year-old Linda Chen, discovering peace and strength in her daily life didn't come from the strenuous workouts or complex fitness routines that many people associate with staying healthy. Instead, Linda found solace and vitality in gentle movements that allowed her to connect her mind and body in a way that felt natural and nurturing. After arthritis made traditional exercise difficult, I felt lost, Linda shares, her voice tinged with the memory of past frustrations. Then I discovered modified yoga and Tai Chi. It was like finding a new path to wellness, a way to reclaim my body without overexerting myself. Her journey reflects a growing trend among older adults seeking practices that provide physical and emotional benefits without requiring intense physical exertion. When most people think of yoga, they often envision young individuals contorting their bodies into intricate poses or performing gravity-defying stretches. However, Linda's experience was different. The mind-body practices she adopted were rooted in gentle, purposeful movements that anyone, regardless of age or physical ability, can do. These practices are not about striving for perfect poses. Rather, they focus on feeling more in tune with one's body, becoming mindful of its movements, and fostering a sense of connection that transcends physical limitations. These practices can be done seated in a chair, as Linda learned firsthand. One of the first things Linda incorporated into her daily routine was simple seated breathing exercises. I start each morning by placing one hand on my belly and paying attention to how it rises and falls with each breath, she explains. This mindful breathing alone has helped lower my blood pressure and calm my anxious thoughts. For Linda, breathing became a tool for relaxation, an accessible form of meditation that she could practice even while watching her morning shows. Commercial breaks turned into moments of calm, as she took deep breaths and centered herself. Modified yoga became another integral part of Linda's routine. She started with the seated cat-cow stretch, a simple yet effective exercise for spine mobility. I sit in my chair, arch my back as I inhale, looking up as though stretching like a cat, and then round my spine, exhaling and looking down, much like a cow, she explains. This small movement may seem modest, but it plays a crucial role in maintaining spine flexibility and easing back tension, something that Linda knows all too well. It's also a reminder that yoga doesn't have to be complicated or intimidating to provide benefits. It's not about touching your toes, she says. It's about feeling more connected to your body and honoring it where it's at. Linda also discovered the principles of Tai Chi, which she was able to adapt for seated practice. One of my favorites is the pushing clouds movement, she says, her eyes lighting up as she demonstrates. I slowly raise my hands to shoulder height, then gently push them outward as if I'm parting clouds. It's almost like conducting an orchestra, but instead of directing music, I'm conducting my well-being. For Linda, Tai Chi became an elegant form of moving meditation that not only improves physical balance but also nurtures her mental clarity and emotional well-being. Linda's journey is not unique. Many senior centers, libraries, and community organizations offer free or low-cost chair yoga and Tai Chi classes that are specifically designed for older adults. These classes are often gentle and accessible, making them ideal for those who may have limited mobility or want to ease into physical activity. It's worth checking with your local senior center or library for these programs, Linda suggests. Some even offer them online, so you can practice from the comfort of your home. Medicare Advantage plans often include fitness benefits, which may cover these types of classes, further making these practices accessible. Whether in person or online, it's essential to choose videos and instructors who are experienced in teaching older adults and can tailor exercises to meet their specific needs. One of the key pieces of advice Linda offers is to go at your own pace. Never force any position, she says, and always listen to your body. Mild stretching sensations are perfectly fine, but if something feels painful, that's your body's way of telling you to ease off. She also recommends keeping a sturdy chair nearby for support and wearing loose, comfortable clothing that allows for unrestricted movement. While the physical benefits of these practices, such as less stiffness, improved flexibility, and better balance, are certainly important, what Linda finds most surprising is the profound impact they've had on her emotional well-being. I sleep better, worry less, and feel more in control of my health, she reflects with a smile. These gentle practices, which started as a way to ease her arthritis, have become a source of daily comfort and empowerment. Linda suggests starting with just 5 to 10 minutes each day. It's the consistency that matters, she says. These practices are not only a way to nurture your body but also to nurture your spirit. They've become my daily ritual of self-care, and they've given me a sense of strength and serenity that I didn't know was possible in my golden years. After all, as Linda has discovered, it's never too late to explore new ways of caring for both body and soul. These simple, mindful practices have the power to bring greater peace, vitality, and joy into one's life, proving that wellness isn't defined by age or the complexity of a workout. It's about finding what works for you and embracing it with openness and patience. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 6. Daily Activity Integrations. Dorothy Miller, a vibrant 77-year-old from Colorado, had an eye-opening revelation one afternoon while dusting her collection of family photos. I realized that every household task could be an opportunity for movement, she reflects with a knowing smile. Now, my house isn't just a place to live, it's my personal wellness center. This simple yet profound mindset shift completely transformed Dorothy's daily routine. What once seemed like a series of burdensome chores became enjoyable opportunities to stay active and maintain her independence. Vacuuming, for instance, is no longer just a cleaning task. It's a standing core workout that engages her entire body. Putting away dishes has turned into a light stretching session, where each item offers a chance to elongate and strengthen different parts of her body. Even folding laundry is an opportunity to focus on shoulder mobility exercises, helping her maintain flexibility and range of motion. But perhaps the most remarkable transformation has been in her garden. My tomato plants are my gym buddies, she laughs, clearly delighted by the connection she's made between her favorite hobby and her wellness routine. Gardening has become a full-body workout. Weeding involves natural squats, requiring her to bend down and engage her legs and core. Pruning her plants is an arm workout, strengthening her shoulders and arms with every snip of the shears. And watering the garden isn't just about tending to her plants. It's a practice in balance, as she moves back and forth across her plot, carefully adjusting her posture to ensure she stays steady on her feet. Beyond the physical benefits, there's the added joy of watching her plants flourish. Growing her food has given Dorothy a deep sense of satisfaction, with each movement in the garden feeling purposeful and rewarding. Even routine errands, like shopping, have become opportunities for strategic exercise. Dorothy has learned to think of her grocery trips as a chance to stay active. She parks a little farther from the store entrance, which encourages her to walk a bit more. She uses her grocery bags as lightweights, making sure they're not too heavy, but still adding an extra bit of resistance to her movements. Before heading to the checkout, Dorothy takes a final lap around the store, further boosting her step count while checking off the last items on her list. "I get my steps in while also ticking off my shopping list," she says with a twinkle in her eye. Dorothy also finds joy in social activities, which offer another perfect blend of movement and companionship. She's an active member of a weekly coffee club at her local community center, but they don't just sit around and chat. Instead, the group enjoys gentle walks together, sharing conversation while staying mobile. They've even incorporated standing card games into their meetups, adding a bit of movement to their time together. Recently, they introduced a movement moment, during which they all stand up and stretch for a few minutes every 30 minutes. It's a simple practice, but it keeps everyone engaged and energized. To track her progress, Dorothy keeps a simple calendar on her fridge. She doesn't obsess over counting steps or calories. What matters more to her is the consistency of integrating movement into her daily life. Every time she completes 3 or more activity-integrated tasks in a day, she marks it with a star. "Seeing those stars add up keeps me motivated," she says proudly. "Last month was my most active month yet, and it felt amazing." For Dorothy, the key to staying active is finding natural ways to incorporate movement into the activities she already enjoys. As she discovered, staying active doesn't require special equipment or dedicated workout sessions. It's about weaving movement into your daily life in small but meaningful ways. From morning stretches while brewing coffee to evening walks while catching up with neighbors on the phone, every movement counts. The best exercise, Dorothy often reminds us, is the one that doesn't even feel like exercise at all. By turning daily tasks into opportunities for movement, she's not only maintaining her health but enriching her entire lifestyle. It's a gentle, sustainable approach to staying fit, one that fills her days with purpose, joy, and vitality. 7. Nutrition and hydration. Let's take a closer look at James Wilson, an 82-year-old retired high school teacher from Arizona who made an enlightening discovery. His persistent fatigue wasn't simply a sign of aging, it was largely due to his eating and drinking habits. "For years, I just blamed my age for feeling tired all the time," James admits. "But then, during a routine checkup, my doctor asked me a simple yet profound question. 'What did you eat today?' It was that question that sparked a realization for James, one that many seniors come to understand as they age: our nutritional needs change. As we get older, our bodies require fewer calories but more of the essential nutrients, particularly protein, to maintain muscle mass and overall strength. So, what's the solution? It's simpler than you might think. James discovered that smart, easy-to-follow eating habits, rather than fad diets or expensive health foods, could make a world of difference. He now adheres to what he calls the 3PS principle: protein, produce, and plant portions. This approach allows him to enjoy a variety of delicious, nutritious meals without the stress of complicated food plans. For breakfast, James always includes a good source of protein, like eggs or Greek yogurt. "Protein keeps me strong and energized throughout the day," he explains. For lunch, he focuses on colorful, nutrient-packed vegetables paired with lean meats, which provide essential vitamins and minerals while being light enough to keep his energy level stable. Dinner is typically a smaller, lighter meal, but still satisfying. He's perfected the art of making healthy eating simple and accessible. "I always keep frozen vegetables and pre-cooked chicken strips in the freezer," he shares. "It makes preparing a healthy meal as easy as grabbing a TV dinner, but it's so much better for me." Perhaps the most significant change James made was to his hydration habits. He noticed that, as we age, our thirst signals become weaker, and that could lead to dehydration, which in turn affects our energy and overall health. To address this, James adopted a straightforward strategy: a water bottle with time markers on it. "My doctor explained that our bodies don't send strong thirst signals as we age," he says. "By using the time markers on my water bottle, I stay hydrated throughout the day." It's a simple change, but it made a huge difference. I have more energy, and I no longer feel that midday slump. Shopping smarter also played a crucial role in James's new routine. He sticks to the outer edges of the grocery store, where the freshest items, fruits, vegetables, and proteins, are typically found. He even makes it a social outing, going to the market with a friend on senior discount days. It's a great way to save money while staying connected. James's shopping list is filled with quick and easy-to-prepare staples like canned tuna, rotisserie chicken, pre-cut frozen vegetables, and hearty fruits like apples and oranges that last longer and require little to no preparation. When it comes to supplements, James didn't go it alone. He worked with his doctor to identify his specific nutritional needs, which helped him create a more tailored eating plan. As many seniors do, he found that he needed to supplement his diet with extra vitamin D and B12. However, he emphasizes the importance of seeking professional advice before adding any supplements. Fortunately, Medicare covered his nutritional counseling, a benefit James took full advantage of to help fine-tune his diet. Reflecting on his journey, James smiles and shares, "The best part is that I spend less time worrying about food and more time enjoying life. My grandkids even love helping me prepare my simple meals, which makes it all the more fun." Whether you're 60, 70, or 80 plus, maintaining good nutrition doesn't have to be overwhelming. It's about making small, sustainable changes, like prioritizing protein, hydration, and easy meal planning, that keep you feeling energized and independent well into your golden years. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 4 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. 8. Social engagement. Meet Rose Martinez, a 76-year-old grandmother from Minneapolis, whose greatest challenge wasn't battling physical ailments but confronting the overwhelming weight of loneliness. "After my husband passed, my house became too quiet," she says with a soft sigh. "The silence was suffocating, and I realized that staying connected wasn't just about having company around. It was about staying alive inside, keeping my spirit nourished and engaged." Recent studies conducted by the National Institute on Aging reveal that seniors who maintain social connections have a 50% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to those who remain isolated. These findings highlight the importance of maintaining strong social bonds, yet what truly matters is the understanding that it's never too late to rebuild those connections, no matter where you are in life. Rose took small, deliberate steps to reconnect. She decided to join her local senior center's morning coffee group, a decision that felt daunting at first. "In the beginning, I just listened, too shy to speak up," she admits. "But little by little, I began to share my own stories, and soon enough, I was laughing with the group, feeling part of something again. I started looking forward to those meetings every week." The senior center wasn't just about meeting new people. It offered opportunities for learning and personal growth, too. Free classes ranging from basic smartphone tutorials to gentle exercise groups for those days when leaving home felt too challenging was a welcome addition to her routine. As she adapted to her new social lifestyle, Rose found herself embracing technology in ways she never thought possible. Her granddaughter patiently taught her how to use video calling, and soon, she was setting up virtual tea times with friends who lived across the country. "It's amazing," Rose says, smiling brightly. "We share the same struggles and triumphs, even if we're miles apart. Sometimes, we even cook the same recipe together while on video chat. It feels like we're in the same kitchen." Her journey of reconnecting didn't stop with virtual calls. Rose found strength in community involvement, which brought new purpose and energy to her life. She volunteered at the local library's reading program, joined her church's quilting group, and became an active member of a walking club that met regularly at the mall. "Every single activity gives me a reason to get dressed, get out of bed, and show up," she says. And showing up is half the battle. It's about putting yourself out there and being open to the world around you. The family also played a pivotal role in Rose's ongoing emotional wellness. She created a family group chat where she shares daily updates, photos, and little snippets of her life. Her children, scattered across different cities, take turns visiting her for Sunday dinners, making it a cherished weekly tradition they all look forward to. "It's the simple things, like having dinner together, that make a world of difference," she says, her eyes sparkling with affection. Reflecting on her experience, Rose shares a heartfelt analogy. "Loneliness is like being in a cold, dark room," she says thoughtfully. "But every time you make a new connection, It's like turning up the heat a little bit. Slowly but surely, you find yourself in a warm, welcoming space, surrounded by life, love, and laughter. So, as Rose's story teaches us, staying socially active isn't just about filling the hours. It's about keeping your heart, your mind, and your soul thriving. It's about building a vibrant, meaningful life no matter your age, proving that connection is truly the key to keeping our spirits alive. As we wrap up today's video, I want to take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. There's so much to absorb, and I encourage you to pause and think about the key takeaways from this message. What have you learned so far that has resonated with you deeply? Whether it's something that provides comfort, guidance, or a new perspective, I'd love to hear what stood out for you. Take a moment to think about how you can bring this new understanding into your daily life. What is one thing that you will practice or change in your life, inspired by today's message? I would be grateful if you could share your thoughts with me and our community in the comments below. Your insights can inspire others, and together, we can support each other in our spiritual journeys. If you enjoyed this video and feel uplifted, please take a second to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your comments and support are so appreciated. They help us grow and continue to bring messages of encouragement, faith, and hope. Thank you so much for joining me today. And remember, no matter where you are in life, God is always with you, guiding you, and filling you with love.